I mean, why does it all seem so unfair? I mean, why doesn't God immediately reward the good guys and punish the bad guys? I mean, why is there so much evil and suffering in the world? If God is great and God is good, then why? Well, different answers and options, solutions were offered by various professors and friends that she would meet along the way, all in an attempt to help her reconcile her, disappointment with God. And one of the explanations she would hear most often was this one. It was simply, well, God isn't. They would say, that's pretty easy. I mean, the reason for suffering in this world is simply because there is no God. God doesn't exist. There you go, problem solved. Atheists point to the problem of evil and suffering as proof that the God of the Bible does not exist. I mean, every day that ancient argument gets raised in college classrooms and coffee shops and on blogs and talk shows and best-selling books. Atheist Sam Harris writes this: atheism is not a philosophy. It's not even a view of the world. It's simply an admission of the obvious. He's saying, look around at all the evil and suffering, and you can just see that God isn't. It's pretty obvious. Now, I believe you can also look around and see all the incredible goodness and make the exact same argument. You say, oh, look around. God definitely is. Isn't it obvious? Plus, you could also argue, how do we know that evil is evil? From where do we get our sense of moral outrage, our sense of fairness? From where do we get our intrinsic values of morality, our sense of right and wrong and good and bad? I mean, what's in us that makes us cry out against the atrocities of racism, terrorism, brutality? How do we know that abuse is wrong? The fact that a conscience exists in us indicates that there is a conscious giver. Alvin Batinga writes, could there really be any such thing as horrifying wickedness if there were no God and we just evolved? I don't see how. If you think there really is such a thing as horrifying wickedness, then you have a powerful argument for the reality of God.